Hey there guys, so I thought I'd create a video showing you what I do before a video, so pretty much my nail preparation and how I come up with a design. So first step is obvious, I clean up my nails with nail polish remover because I most probably have stuff on my nails, always changing them up every day, so and then I make sure they're all clean as well, you know. They are the star of the video, so they have to look good. So yeah, just using my metal file there. And then I'd also file my nails if I find that it needs reshaping or it's getting a bit too long. So after I use nail polish remover, I always moisturize my fingers and cuticles. And I also moisturize the nail as well. So I just using the cheapest moisturizer I found in my local store. I haven't actually used any expensive moisturizers before. I might try some in the future just to see if there's any difference, but yeah, this seems to work pretty well. So I find this is a very important step because if I don't do this, I actually start getting really dry skin around my nails and it actually starts peeling off, so just make sure it all gets in there. So yeah, rub it all in, and yeah, I burnt myself there, so I'm very clumsy. So as I said before, my nails actually grow pretty quick, so this is my other hand and I always have to file it down. So I never use nail clippers, I always use a file. So I just find that I've got a lot more control. So I've got a metal file here, and to get it straight I go from the cuticle down, and then I know exactly which direction to file. So I like keeping my nails short because, you know, as I said before, I am clumsy, so I scratch myself a lot. And also my nails chip quite a lot as well because I don't know what I do with my hands, but I don't know. I just accidentally hit a door or something and they just break because of the angle. So yeah, so I always file my nails down. I never cut them. I find this is easier when you have shorter nails. Just to get more control of the shapes. I've found before when I use nail clippers, sometimes too much of it clips off, or it just snaps a little bit at the ends, and yeah, just a big fail. I'm not very talented in these sort of things, so yeah, so I just continue on. So after I filed it down, I then start thinking about how I want to shape it. So I'll just file a little bit more, like to keep it quite short. I always find with these nails, because they're a little bit wonky, I always have to be very careful with the shape, or else it'll just look very weird. So I like for them to be a little bit rounder on the edges. So after I filed it down, I just go to the edge and file that just a little bit. Like so. I always find I've got to file a bit of the sides as well, especially on this nail because it is a weird shape, so I'm just kind of trying to make it look a little bit more normal, if that's even possible. So, you know, I always have to file the edges a little bit because, you know, I scratch myself and it's more to protect me as well, and I also like the look. And just do the other side where I've got a little less nail to work with. And there we go, all done. So to come up with ideas, I get a freezer or sandwich bag and I choose my colours, and then I just start experimenting. So I don't usually work on my nails because I'll be using nail polish remover all the time because I make mistakes so many times, and it'll just dry out my nails. So I like practicing on a sandwich bag or a freezer bag in this case, just to test my designs and what I want to do. Sometimes I choose bad colours that work together, so this is a good test. So I'm actually using very cheap nail polish. I bought a pack of 20 for I think 10 Australian dollars, just in one of our local stores. So that's what I'm using. I don't usually spend that much money on nail polish because I'm always constantly changing it. I find the cheap ones are fine. So at the moment, I don't really know what I want to do, and a lot of times I'm just doing this while watching YouTube or doing something else, just trying something. So this is something that you guys can do as well. If you're not too sure what you want to do with your nails, just play around, and because then you're not doing it on your fingers, you don't have to worry about cleanup and stuff like that. So this is the first thing that comes to mind, so I'm doing it. I just thought I'd skip ahead. So yeah, that's me just filling around with colours, and at this point in time I'm thinking, I don't really like this, but I'll just see how that looks, and no, don't think so. Trying to do across there. I think that's a fail one, so I just go back to the drawing board and try something else. So this time around I'm starting with a different base colour, and I've already got my mind set that I want to use my dotting tool. I just recently got this, probably about a month ago, and I've been enjoying using it, so I tend to gravitate towards it. So now I'm just trying something different, and let's see what happens. So at this point I feel like there's a bit of potential in this. Still sort of figuring it out. It's sort of like you're looking at my thought processes as I do nail art. But yeah, I don't think the colours are quite right, so I'll just think a little bit more to see what I want to do with that. So now I'm starting with a different base colour just to see how it works. I'm also thinking about changing the direction of the circles as well. Don't really like it horizontal, so I'm going to try vertical this time around. And let's see if it works better with this colour. Okay. No, I'm not really liking this colour combination. But I still keep on going because sometimes when you put a different colour on top, it makes it pop out, and sometimes it does work. So I'll just continue on just to see if that's the case or not. And more times than often it's not the case, but I've got a lot of patience. And I guess that's something you really need with nail art as well, is a lot of patience. And just take your time. No, I'm still not feeling it. It's pretty bad. So I've said I like it vertically, so that's something that I'll keep. Now it's just testing the colours and what works well. So I'm going to just try another pink because it's similar to the colours I'm using for the dots. So I'll just see if that works. Yeah, I think this is going to work. don't even know why I didn't start with this colour to begin with. It seems so obvious to me now. Yep, I think we've got a winner. Cool. So now I test it on my actual nails, so even when I'm practicing I'll still use a base coat to protect my natural nails, because I know sometimes nail polish tends to stain them a bit. I also find that if you use a base polish as well, it's easy to remove it. So I don't know if it's all in my head, but that's what I find anyway. So now I'm putting the first colour on. Actually, I think I've started with the wrong one. Oh, this is why I practice beforehand, because I make a lot of mistakes, so I have to. At this stage I probably wouldn't create a video with tutorials because of the burnt on my finger. I did burn that pretty bad. I should put just parsley leaves on top of it, and actually really cooled it and felt nice. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm not a burn expert, even though I burn myself a lot. So now just going to, yeah, I've definitely used the wrong base colour, but I know this could turn out to be better. So just going along it. So yeah, I thought I'd make a video with less cuts, because usually when I edit my videos I cut things quite a lot so they don't drag on. But because this is more like a behind the scenes sort of thing, I thought just create less cuts so you can actually see, you know, how long it takes me to do things and what I actually do. So, I've used the wrong one again. No one's perfect, especially myself. So, yeah, let's see how this combination works. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't think it's, you know, as nice as the other one, but it's still okay. So yeah, then I just inspect it, and I also like to check how it looks like on camera, because it can look quite different. And yeah, I think that's alright. So if I were to do a tutorial, I'll actually paint all of my other nails and just leave one unpainted so I can actually demonstrate how to do it. That's just so I can see whether or not it looks good on all of the hands, or if I want to do something extra as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do before I make a tutorial video. And this is my camera setup. So I use a webcam. If I want to zoom out, I put it on top of a Rubik's Cube. If I want to zoom in, I just take the Rubik's Cube out, and there's actually a magnet on that torch, so the camera is actually connected to the torch, and that's what I use. So I'm usually at my computer table. I spend a lot of time in front of the computer. It's a bit of a weird setup, but this is what I use to record pretty much every single time. I have tried other setups before, but this is actually what works for me, and yeah, I just find I can be a lot more consistent with this. So yeah, you don't need anything fancy to make videos. Oh, and I'm usually in my pyjamas because I'm at home and it's comfortable. Yeah, classy. Oh dear, I don't know why I showed that. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm not too sure if people actually like these kind of things. I thought it'd be a good idea to just show a bit of my background of what I do before I start a video. So yeah, I might do more of this in the future, but it depends if people actually like it. So yeah, please let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and take care.